Most people probably aren't going to like this video because it's going to ruin a lot of people's points from both sides, but I'm going to break down the actual literal technical definition of feminism using its own words of its own definition as defined by Google. So, feminism is defined as the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. Now, I see many people often cite feminism, feminists generally do this, as I've observed, as a belief that women and men are equal, or that everybody's equal. And while being a feminist doesn't necessarily mean that's not true, that is technically not something that is required to be a feminist. Being a feminist and feminism does not technically advocate that at all. Here, let me explain. Feminism is the advocacy. Start there. Advocacy is public support for or recommendation of a particular cause or policy. Now this, in and of itself, is not a belief system. This is the advocation of a particular cause or policy, which in itself, while it can be, let's see if I can explain this properly. May sound like I'm being pedantic here, but I'm not. Let me start with the definition of egalitarianism. This is defined as the doctrine that all people are equal and deserve rights and opportunities. Now, doctrine is defined as, I forgot to open one of these. Doctrine. Typos. A belief or set of beliefs held and taught by church, political parties, or other group. Now, egalitarianism can be, by technical definition, classified as a belief system, whereas feminism cannot. It is the advocacy. This is a verb. This is not a belief. This is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. Now, if you were to say you were an egalitarianism feminist, if you believed in egalitarianism and you were a feminist, these would not necessarily conflict. But saying you're a feminist or you believe in feminism, because believing in feminism is simply you believe the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. It, by technical definition, doesn't make any sense. If you say you believe in feminism, then you believe in the advocacy of this particular policy. Which is not technically defined as a belief by its own definition. So, feminism is the advocacy of rights on the basis of equality of the sexes. This is political activism, is what it's defined as. And a feminist is a person who supports this activism. That is what a feminist is by technical definition. Now, I see it used all the time as a belief system where it, by technical definition, it's not. It's not a belief system. There, you would have to find something such as egalitarianism in order to promote something such as your actual beliefs. Versus, like if you wanted to say, I believe in egalitarianism, but I'm a feminist, you would be saying, I believe in the doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities, but I support feminism, which again is I support the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of equality in sexes, but I believe the doctrine that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. So by technical definition, you can believe that all people are equal and be a feminist or meninist or whatever it is you want, but these words are not defined as beliefs. These words are defined as actions, whereas words such as egalitarianism are defined as beliefs and not actions. Meaning, if you were to say, I'm an egalitarianist, you would be saying, I believe in this doctrine. You wouldn't be saying, I believe in the political activism of this doctrine by technical definition. Whereas with feminism, you would, but you would not be stating a belief. So, I hope that cleared something up. Because I see these words used absolutely incorrectly by technical definition. These things are riddled with people's own biases and interpretations, whereas the literal definitions, at least as told by Google, they are not. They are not any of these things. Egalitarianism, it is not the advocacy of anything, and feminism is not the belief in anything. Feminism is support, egalitarianism is belief. These are not the same. So I hope you enjoyed that linguistics breakdown there. Because I mean, I doubt anyone really cares that much, but I mean, some of the first steps to being able to communicate better is understanding what you're communicating and where you're going wrong communicating such a thing. So, thanks for watching. Bye.